Our lives today in the modern world are no different from violent waves far out at sea, constantly bombarding our minds with anxiety, stress, and uncertainty. From the hustle of work, family responsibilities, to the challenges of relationships, we are swept away, day by day, searching for a moment of peace, but it always seems just out of reach. Have you ever asked yourself, is there a way to remain calm and steady amidst the constant turbulence of life? The answer isn't new. Over 2,000 years ago, there were those who lived, fought, and faced trials no less than ours. But instead of succumbing to their circumstances, they found peace deep within their minds. They weren't ordinary people. They were great figures, such as Marcus Aurelius, the powerful Roman emperor Seneca, the wise philosopher and politician, and Epictetus, who rose from slavery to become one of the greatest thinkers in history. They discovered the art of mastering the mind, facing difficulties without ever backing down. They found a way to live not only with calmness, but with true happiness, a life untouched by the ups and downs of fate. And the most amazing part is that wisdom hasn't faded. It still holds value today. Imagine this. What if you could possess the powerful tools to no longer be overwhelmed by sudden events? What if your mind could stand firm like a fortress amidst the storm? Stoicism is not just empty words or distant theory. It is the key to unlocking a life of true freedom. Freedom from anxiety, from fear, from the negative emotions that plague us. Today, join me as we step into the powerful world of Stoicism. Let's explore the 10 golden lessons from these great philosophers, not just to remain calm, but to live a life of meaning, fulfillment, and true happiness. Lesson 1. Accept what you can control. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and a profound Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is a fundamental principle of Stoicism, and perhaps even more relevant today than ever before. Think about it. How often do you stress over things completely out of your hands? We worry about the future. Will I lose my job? What's going to happen next? We dwell on the past. If only I'd done things differently. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the only true power we have is over our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions. You can't change the weather. You can't make everyone like you. And you certainly can't go back in time. But you can always choose how you respond to these things. When you grasp this difference between what you can and cannot control, a tremendous burden lifts from your shoulders. Imagine this. You're caught in a sudden downpour. You can't stop the rain, but you can decide how to deal with it. You could complain and get soaked, or you could simply open your umbrella and keep walking. The rain remains the same, but your reaction changes your entire experience. Start applying this Stoic wisdom by asking yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go. Don't let it drain your energy. Focus on your thoughts. When something difficult happens, pause. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to consider the best way to respond. This won't be easy at first, but with practice, life will feel far less stressful. You'll begin to understand that you don't need to control everything to find peace. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that peace comes from focusing on what we can control. Once you grasp this, you'll stop wasting energy on things beyond your reach. Focus on managing your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions. That's where true strength lies. Lesson 2. Never stop learning and growing. Seneca, a wise Stoic philosopher, once said, "Life is not short, but we waste a lot of it." One of the biggest ways we waste time is by stopping our journey of learning and growth. In Stoicism, continuous learning isn't just about accumulating knowledge. It's about living a full and vibrant life. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, "I know enough already," or "I've achieved all I need to"? If so, you're limiting your own potential. The truth is, learning is a lifelong journey. Why is it so important to keep growing? When you stop learning, you stagnate. Life is like a river, constantly flowing and changing. If you stand still, you'll be left behind. Learning helps you adapt, overcome challenges, and most importantly, it keeps you moving forward. Seneca reminds us that every single day offers a chance to become a better version of ourselves. Take a moment to reflect on the past year. What new things have you learned? If the answer isn't much, it's time to reignite your curiosity. So how can you embrace this Stoic principle of continuous learning? Here are a few simple ways to start. Read books. Books are treasure troves of knowledge and insight. The world is constantly evolving, and reading helps you not only keep up, but stay ahead of the curve. Learn from life itself. Every experience, whether a success or a failure, holds valuable lessons. Failures teach us what to avoid, while successes show us how to improve. Ask yourself questions. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I learn today? Or how can I do better tomorrow? These questions will keep you motivated and focused on growth. Think about the most successful people you know. They never stop learning, and they're never satisfied with what they already know. Even their failures become fuel for further growth. Here are some practical steps you can take. Read every day. Even if it's just for 15 minutes, pick up a book and expand your mind. Observe and learn. Pay close attention to the world around you. Conversations, events, and experiences. There's always something new to discover. Reflect weekly. At the end of each week, take some time to jot down things you've learned. This simple practice will help you stay aware of your progress and keep you motivated to continue learning. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that growth has no limits. Life is full of lessons, and if you stop learning, you'll miss out on so much. So keep moving forward. Keep seeking knowledge, because that's the path to a truly meaningful life. Lesson 3. Practicing mindfulness. Epictetus, a wise Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This leads us to one of the most powerful tools Stoicism offers, mindfulness, the art of being fully present in the moment. It's about focusing on the here and now, not letting the past or future dictate your emotions. Mindfulness is more than just a philosophy. It's a way of living. It's how we break free from negative emotions and constant worries, and truly appreciate what we have. This very moment. So, why is mindfulness so important? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush. We worry about things that haven't even happened yet, or dwell on past mistakes. This constant mental chatter leaves us feeling stressed and exhausted. But Epictetus reminds us, it's not the events themselves that cause stress, but our reactions to them. When our minds wander to the past or future, we lose touch with the present moment, the only place where we truly have control. What exactly is mindfulness? Mindfulness is simply paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about noticing your thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations as they arise, without getting caught up in them. Imagine your mind is a river, and your thoughts are leaves floating on its surface. Instead of grabbing onto those leaves and getting swept away, simply observe them as they pass by. Mindfulness helps you realize that your worries and negative thoughts are not you, they're just fleeting visitors. How can you practice mindfulness in your daily life? Here are a few simple ways to get started. Focus on your breath. Whenever you feel anxious or overwhelmed, take a moment to focus on your breathing. Inhale deeply, then exhale slowly. Each breath anchors you back to the present moment. Notice your body. Take a few minutes each day to simply feel your body. Notice the sensations in each part, from your head to your toes, without judgment. This helps ground you in the present and connect with your physical self. Observe your thoughts. When a negative thought arises, simply acknowledge it. Don't get entangled in it. Remember, thoughts come and go. You don't have to believe every thought that pops into your head. What are the benefits of mindfulness? Mindfulness does more than just reduce stress. It improves focus, enhances creativity, and fosters self-compassion. When you live in the present, you experience life more fully, instead of being weighed down by worries and regrets. Mindfulness teaches us that each moment is precious. When we focus on what's happening right now, we can appreciate the beauty and richness of life and find a sense of inner peace. Many successful people, from business leaders to athletes to artists, practice mindfulness daily. They understand that the mind, like the body, needs care and attention. Mindfulness helps them stay calm, focused, and resilient, even under pressure. Here are a few simple mindfulness exercises you can try. Meditate in the morning. Start your day with 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. It's a wonderful way to set a peaceful tone for the day ahead. Mindful walking. As you walk, pay attention to each step you take. Feel the ground beneath your feet, notice the sensations in your legs, and the rhythm of your breath. Don't let your mind wander to the past or future. Stay present with each step. Unwind before bed. Before going to sleep, turn off your phone and other distractions. Sit quietly, take a few deep breaths, and let go of the day's stresses. This will help you relax and prepare for a restful night's sleep. Epictetus taught us that mindfulness is the key to freeing ourselves from the pressures of life. When you practice mindfulness, you'll discover the incredible power of your own mind. You won't be dragged down by anxiety or stress. Instead, you'll cultivate a life of calm and inner freedom. Lesson 4. Building resilience. Life is often compared to a battle, and in every battle we're bound to face setbacks. But what truly matters isn't how many times we fall, it's how we rise and continue moving forward. Stoic philosophy teaches us that resilience is the key, not only to overcoming challenges, but also to growing stronger because of them. One of the hardest things in life is facing failure. When adversity strikes, our natural reaction might be disappointment, frustration, or even the urge to give up. But Stoicism shows us that resilience is the bedrock of success and inner peace. It's not about avoiding difficulties, it's about facing them head-on, learning from them, and continuing to move forward with courage. So why is resilience so crucial? Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Whether it's a setback at work, a relationship that ends, or any other unforeseen event, resilience helps us navigate these challenges without getting trapped in negativity. When faced with a setback, you have two choices: give up or get back up. Resilience is about choosing to rise again, stronger than before. The real question isn't how to avoid failure, but how to ensure it doesn't defeat you. How can we build resilience? The first step is to accept that failure is a natural part of life. It's not the end, but rather a valuable lesson. Every stumble is an opportunity to learn and grow. Instead of fearing difficulties, recognize them as an inevitable part of the journey. When you accept that failure is bound to happen, it loses its power to overwhelm you. Remember, no one achieves success without experiencing setbacks along the way. It's those very failures that help us understand our weaknesses and motivate us to strive for better. Another key aspect of resilience is maintaining a positive mindset. When we face challenges, negative emotions can easily take hold. But Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to control our thoughts and feelings. Instead of dwelling on negativity, focus on what you can do to improve the situation. A positive outlook helps you overcome obstacles faster and allows you to see opportunities even in the midst of adversity. The way you perceive a problem shapes how you respond to it. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" You can start building resilience today with a few simple practices. Face every failure with gratitude. Instead of blaming yourself, be thankful for the chance to learn and grow. Each setback reveals areas where you can improve and become stronger. Practice positive thinking. When challenges arise, focus on what you can control. Don't let negative emotions consume you. Look for the one positive action you can take, no matter how small. Evaluate yourself regularly. At the end of each week, take some time to reflect on the challenges you faced. Ask yourself, what did I learn this week? This practice will help you gradually become more resilient in every area of your life. Remember, resilience isn't built overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps to overcome setbacks and emerge stronger from each experience. Life will always present challenges, but you have the power within you to face them with courage, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Lesson 5. Living a virtuous life. Living a virtuous life is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. But virtue isn't about grand gestures or complex theories. It's found in the small, meaningful actions we take each and every day. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, living a virtuous life is the path to true happiness. We often associate happiness with big achievements, success, fame, or wealth. But Stoicism teaches us that true happiness comes from living in harmony with our values, being honest, just, and kind. When you act with kindness without expecting anything in return, you not only help others, but you also cultivate a sense of inner peace within yourself. So why is living virtuously so important? It's not about seeking recognition or praise. It's about knowing, deep down, that you're doing the right thing. When you live by your principles, you not only contribute to a better society, but you also create a sense of harmony and fulfillment within your own life. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success, sometimes at the expense of our values. But Stoicism reminds us that nothing is more important than staying true to your conscience and morals. How can we live a virtuous life? It doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with small, simple actions every day. Here are a few ways to practice virtue. Be kind every day. Kindness doesn't have to be loud or flashy. Treat others with respect, even if they don't reciprocate. True kindness is a quiet strength. Live with honesty and fairness. Honesty is a cornerstone of a virtuous life. Always do what's right, even when no one is watching. It's the small, honest choices that build a strong foundation for your life. You can start living virtuously today with these simple practices. Be kind in your words and actions. Set a goal to help at least one person each day. Sometimes all it takes is a smile or a genuine compliment to brighten someone's day. Check in with yourself. Whenever you face a decision, ask yourself, is this the right thing to do? Does this benefit others? When your choices are rooted in honesty and fairness, you'll never have regrets. Manage your emotions. When things get tough, strive to remain calm and act with integrity. Don't let anger or fear lead you astray from your values. Living a virtuous life is a daily commitment. It's not just a choice you make for others. It's a choice you make for yourself. When you cultivate kindness, honesty, and fairness, you not only make the world a better place, but you also invite peace and happiness into your own life. Lesson 6. Understanding that everything is temporary. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once wrote, "Time is like a river. Every event is carried away, and eventually it's swept downstream." This captures one of the most profound lessons of Stoic philosophy. Everything in life is fleeting. We often get caught up in our emotions, believing that joy or sorrow will last forever. When we achieve success, we cling to it, fearing its loss. When we face sadness, failure, or loss, the pain can feel endless. But the truth is, everything changes. Nothing stays the same. Understanding this impermanence helps us stay grounded amidst life's ups and downs. It also brings a sense of liberation to our minds. Why is it important to recognize that everything is temporary? When we accept that everything will eventually pass, we don't get trapped in suffering or the fear of losing what we have. Joy, sadness, success, failure. They're all part of the natural flow of life. Time, like a relentless river, carries everything away. When you embrace this truth, you stop clinging so tightly to outcomes. You won't be crushed by failure, nor overly elated by success. This acceptance brings a profound sense of peace and freedom. So how can we embrace the impermanence of life? There are several ways to live with this awareness. Appreciate the present moment. Live fully in each moment because you never know when it will end. When you understand that happy moments are fleeting, you'll treasure them even more. And when you know that difficulties will pass, you won't worry as much. Don't cling to material things or outcomes. We often fear losing things, money, reputation, the things we've built. But when you realize that material possessions and achievements will eventually fade, you'll stop letting them control your happiness. The fear of loss will no longer burden you. Here are some simple practices to help you accept impermanence. Observe the changes in nature. Spend time noticing how everything around you changes. The weather, the blooming and wilting of flowers. Nature itself is a constant reminder of life's impermanence. events, accept changes in your own life. When unexpected events happen, stay calm and remember that this too shall pass. You'll adapt and you'll move forward. Understanding that everything is temporary is the key to living a free and peaceful life. Life moves quickly and nothing lasts forever. When you accept this, you free yourself from the fear and suffering that often come with attachment. Embrace the present. Let go of what's beyond your control, and you'll find true freedom within your mind. Lesson 7. Limiting excessive desires. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely observed, "It's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." This ancient wisdom rings true even in our modern world. Our constant cravings and desires often become the very source of our suffering. We get caught up in a never-ending chase for things we believe will bring us happiness. Luxury goods, social recognition, material achievements. But Stoicism teaches us that true happiness doesn't come from accumulating more. It comes from appreciating what we already have and embracing a simpler way of life. So why is it crucial to limit our desires? When we're constantly chasing after more, we never feel satisfied, even when we achieve our goals. Desires are limitless, and they can easily trap us in a cycle of dissatisfaction and anxiety. Think back to something you really wanted in the past. Once you finally got it, how long did that feeling of satisfaction last? Chances are, it didn't take long before you started wanting something else. This is why excessive desires never lead to lasting happiness. They only leave us feeling exhausted from the constant pursuit of more. How can we break free from this cycle? The key is learning to cultivate contentment. Instead of always wanting more, take the time to appreciate what you already have. Living with contentment doesn't mean you lack ambition. It means you don't let ambition rule your life. Another way to limit desires is to focus on what truly matters. Don't let material possessions dictate your happiness. True fulfillment comes from things that endure, like love, strong relationships, and a sense of gratitude. Here are some practical ways to start limiting desires in your everyday life. Practice gratitude. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on the good things in your life. This simple practice helps you feel more satisfied and reduces the urge to constantly want more. Pause before you buy. When you feel the impulse to purchase something, stop and ask yourself, do I really need this? If the answer is no, walk away. By controlling your spending and focusing on what's truly essential, you'll gradually feel freer from the pull of material desires. Invest in relationships and experiences. Instead of pouring your resources into material possessions, invest your time and energy in building meaningful relationships and creating lasting memories. These will bring you far more joy and fulfillment than any object ever could. As Seneca reminds us, true poverty lies not in having too little, but in craving more. Happiness isn't about accumulating possessions. It's about appreciating what you already have. When you learn to live with contentment, you'll break free from the endless cycle of desire and discover true peace and freedom within. Lesson 8. Practicing gratitude. Stoic philosophers have long believed that gratitude is the key to unlocking true joy and inner peace. It's not just a fleeting emotion, but a way of life. When you're thankful for what you have, no matter how big or small, you begin to truly appreciate the richness of life. In our modern world, it's easy to get caught up in ambitious goals and high expectations. We're always striving for the future, often overlooking the good things right in front of us. Gratitude teaches us to pause, to notice, and to cherish the little moments, because it's those small things that truly bring happiness. So why is gratitude so important? Gratitude has the power to transform how we see the world. When you appreciate even the simplest blessings, life becomes more meaningful. You stop focusing on what's missing or what you haven't achieved. Instead, you find joy in the abundance that's already present in your life. Gratitude is also a powerful antidote to stress and anxiety. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you free your mind from dwelling on what's not perfect. It shifts your perspective, allowing you to experience more peace and contentment. How can we cultivate gratitude in our lives? Here are two simple yet effective ways to practice gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. One of the easiest ways to cultivate gratitude is by writing down what you're thankful for each day. Take a few minutes each morning or evening to jot down 3 things you appreciate. It could be something as simple as a delicious meal or a beautiful sunrise, or something more profound like the love and support of your family and friends. Express your gratitude to others. Sometimes a simple thank you can make a world of difference. Gratitude not only benefits you, but it also uplifts those around you. A heartfelt expression of thanks can make someone feel valued and appreciated, creating a ripple effect of positivity. Here are a few more exercises to help you make gratitude a daily habit. Start your day with gratitude. Before you jump into your busy schedule, take a few moments to reflect on what you're thankful for. This will set a positive tone for the entire day. Practice gratitude during challenges. Even when facing difficult times, try to find things you can still be grateful for. This helps you stay grounded and hopeful, even in the midst of adversity. Write a gratitude letter. Take some time to write a heartfelt letter to someone in your life, expressing your appreciation for their presence or support. You don't need a special occasion. Simply let them know how much they mean to you. Remember, gratitude is a way of life. When you appreciate the good things in your life, you'll experience more joy and peace in every moment. Happiness doesn't come from chasing distant dreams. It comes from being thankful for what you have right now. By practicing gratitude every day, you'll discover that joy and peace have always been within your reach, waiting to be noticed. Lesson 9. Accepting what you can't change. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught us a simple yet profound truth. There are things we can control, and there are things we cannot. Life is full of events and circumstances that lie beyond our grasp. One of the most valuable lessons Stoicism offers is learning to accept what we cannot change. Every day, we encounter situations outside of our control. A project that doesn't go as planned, unexpected changes in society, or unforeseen events like illness or loss. Resisting these realities only leads to more suffering and stress. But when we learn to accept what can't be changed, we find inner peace and free our minds from the burden of things beyond our influence. Why is acceptance so important? In life, many things happen that we simply can't control. Trying to fight against reality, to change what's beyond our reach, only leaves us feeling frustrated and drained. Think about times when you faced situations you couldn't change. Maybe a sudden storm ruined your plans, or a decision at work left you feeling powerless. When you accept that some things are simply out of your hands, you release yourself from unnecessary pressure and discover a sense of inner peace. You stop worrying about things you can't influence, and instead, you focus your energy on what you can actually do to improve the situation or yourself. So, how do you practice acceptance? Identify what's within your control. This is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. When facing a challenge, ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, the wisest course of action is to let it go. You can't change external events, but you can always choose how you respond to them. Focus your thoughts and energy on what you can do, instead of getting caught up in what you can't. Practice letting go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or neglecting your responsibilities. It means navigating challenges without allowing them to overwhelm you. Think back to times when you tried to force a change that simply wasn't possible. The frustration and anger you felt likely only made things worse. Learning to accept reality prevents negative emotions from taking over. When you let go of what you can't control, you'll experience a sense of relief and inner calm. Here are some simple exercises to help you practice acceptance in your daily life. Pause and reflect. Whenever you find yourself in a stressful situation, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what can I do to change this? If the answer is nothing, let go of the worry and accept that not everything is within your power. Start small. Begin by practicing acceptance in minor situations, like getting stuck in traffic or having your plans disrupted by bad weather. Instead of getting upset, Take a deep breath and remind yourself that these things are beyond your control. Let go of the stress and allow it to pass. Accepting what you can't change is a sign of true inner strength. It's not about giving up. It's about understanding your limitations and focusing on what you can influence. True peace comes from recognizing what's within your control and letting go of the rest. When you learn to accept reality and release your attachment to outcomes, you'll experience a lightness of being and the freedom to live a more meaningful life. Lesson 10. Finding strength in acceptance. In Stoic philosophy, acceptance isn't about giving in or surrendering to life's challenges. It's about discovering a path to inner strength and resilience. When you embrace the present moment, you free yourself from the grip of worry and negative emotions. Instead of trying to control every aspect of life, you learn to flow with its natural rhythm. Many people mistakenly believe that acceptance means giving up. But Stoicism teaches us the opposite. True strength comes from letting go of what we can't control and finding peace within ourselves. It's not about dominating every situation, but about releasing the need to control what's beyond our power and finding tranquility in the midst of life's uncertainties. So how does acceptance lead to strength? Acceptance doesn't mean passively letting life dictate your course. It means releasing the burden of unnecessary expectations and pressures. When you realize that you don't need to bend the world to your will to find happiness, you begin to see things from a fresh perspective. Happiness isn't dependent on external circumstances. It's about how you choose to perceive and respond to life. Acceptance also frees your mind from needless worry and anxiety. You stop chasing after unrealistic expectations and instead learn to adapt and flow with whatever life brings your way. This is where true freedom lies. How can you cultivate this strength through acceptance? Accept yourself. One of the most important steps is learning to love and accept yourself, flaws and all. No one is perfect, and striving for an unattainable ideal only creates unnecessary pressure. Embrace your unique strengths and weaknesses and recognize that you are already enough, just as you are. Accept life as it unfolds. Life has a way of surprising us, and things won't always go according to plan. Instead of resisting what you can't change, learn to adapt and navigate the challenges that come your way. When you accept reality, you free yourself from the disappointment of unmet expectations. You learn to live fully in each moment, appreciating what is, rather than dwelling on what could have been. Here are some simple practices to help you cultivate strength through acceptance in your daily life. Practice self-acceptance. Whenever you find yourself feeling inadequate or critical of yourself, pause and remind yourself that no one is perfect. Take a moment to appreciate your strengths and embrace your imperfections as part of what makes you unique. Embrace change. When faced with challenges or unexpected changes, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, instead of resisting, choose to accept the reality of the situation. This will help you release negative emotions and maintain a sense of inner peace. Remember, true strength doesn't come from trying to control everything, but from accepting what you cannot change and finding peace within. When you learn to accept life's uncertainties, you free yourself from mental burdens and open the door to genuine joy and happiness. Life may not always be perfect, but when you embrace it as it is, you'll discover the strength to overcome any challenge and live a truly meaningful life. Stoicism is more than just a philosophy. It's a beacon of light for those navigating the storms of life. For over 2 millennia, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus have resonated across generations, empowering countless individuals to find inner strength and overcome adversity. In a world filled with uncertainty and constant change, we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control ourselves. Stoicism teaches us to live with awareness, to cherish the present moment, and to remain calm even when faced with life's inevitable challenges. By accepting what we cannot change and focusing on enduring values like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we can live lives of true meaning and fulfillment, just as the great Stoics did. Let the wisdom of these Stoic philosophers be your compass as you journey through life. True peace doesn't come from trying to bend the world to your will, but from transforming how you perceive and respond to the world around you. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoic philosophy. May these timeless lessons guide you towards a life of greater calmness, resilience, and true happiness.